Good evening and welcome to Team Fortress TV, folks. We got the ESEA-IM finals here tonight, and I am joined by two co-casters, not one, but two. I got Buick. How you doing, Buick?
A plus plus, man. Just smiling and feeling good.
And we got Terry bringing you some sidelines reporting kind of stuff. How you doing, Terry?
I am doing great. I'm ready to see some good TF2.
Hell yeah.
Well, we're going to throw it right into the rosters here because we've got 11 players in the server, so it should be only a small matter of time. So I'm going to talk about Cafe Monster coming in here pretty hot, I would say. They've got High Five and Yomps on Scout. Your Pocket and Roamer are Goldfish and Purple Shirt. Goldfish tore up IM this season. Soapy is the medic and Deska is the demo. So you got any thoughts about that, Terry?
Well, I think that Cafe Monster are the favorites to come in. They've got a really well-rounded team. Obviously, the head of that is Goldfish on Pocket, doing, as you said, tearing up IM this season. Deska, as his other combo partner, has been playing he's been playing Cannonballs a lot, a little bit unorthodox, I guess, but he's been making it work, doing the damages, and High Five and Yomps have been monstrous as the scout pair for this team. So I think this team is the favorite, and we should talk about the other team that they're playing against.
Indeed. So, other team-wise, what we're looking on, Hate Being Sober. Now, going into the playoffs, I'm not really sure what's going to happen with them, but you saw last week, what was it, 2-0? 2-0 on maps against Meat Market, so rather impressive. But now, roster-wise, though, so Pocket, Mr. Farnsworth, Roamer looking at Dagger, Scout Corsa, and his buddy boy, Big Daddy Tic Tac. We got ourselves a nice scout there. Rikachu Demo and Kig will be the medic. So after, Terry, after taking out Meat Market last week, you got to be feeling good. You got to be feeling like, regardless of whether you're the underdog or not, you stand a fighting chance against these dudes. Is that what you think?
I mean, either way, they made it to at least second place in IM this season, and this season of IM was very, very competitive, so they should not be too disappointed if they lose here tonight, but I'm sure they'll be trying their damn hardest to walk away with a win.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So this is it. This is the final. Like, it's best of three now, as we know they changed playoffs to this, this season. So thank you, ESEA gods, for that. But after, I don't know, could we be looking at maybe a 2-0 or it's Viaduct's the third map this week, so I know we'd all love it to see to go to Viaduct, but do you think we could potentially see third map?
I'm not too sure. Apparently right now, looking at chat, there's some roster issues with Cafe, looks like, because they only have 5 in. I'm trying to see who's missing, if I could count. It looks like High Five is not in the server yet, so I guess we're going to have to wait and see what happens with that, if they're going to get him in or if they're going to get their legendary backup Gekner in, who played medic for them last best of 3.
Gekner last week was going into the game, people were like, oh, Gekner on medic, we'll see what happens, people were already being like, well, if something happens, there you go, there's the problem, when they played Champagne and Cocaina, but instead, Gekner was showing everybody some sweet-ass moves. It seemed to play really, really well last week. So, that wouldn't be too much of an issue. I don't know if they shuffle things around, but we do know Gekner can ball.
Well, the difference would be that if Gekner is coming in this time, he will be playing Scout and not Medic, which is his main. But it is something different, obviously, because, again, in this matchup, I do believe that the advantage is in High Five and Yomps' favor. But if High Five's not here, we'll have to see what happens.
I know.
To be fair, though, High Five is in Mumble, so there's at least that good sign. He hasn't fallen off the planet somewhere on an unfortunate voyage, so we'll see. Hopefully it's just some sort of TF2ism that will be shortly cleared up.
Something we do have to note, there's been everybody, if you've been paying attention to competitive TF2 within the past, I'd say maybe a few weeks to a month or so, this game was up on Saloon, so people maybe more of a reason to cheer for the team you love. I'm looking through the bets right now. People are throwing out buds on either team and stuff like that, and that's nothing to sneeze at. So Cafe Monster 74%, Hate Being Sober 26%. So if you have anything on Hate Being Sober, you put something valuable on Hate Being Sober, and they pull up the upset here, you're gonna be walking away with a pretty penny for sure. So just another little thing to think about in regards to if you're a fan for either team.
Get some more underdog fans. Earn yourself some buds. But yeah, I should also note, just on the funny little upswing here, if you've watched a lot of our casts this season, you'll note that our cool little graphics are missing. That's not by design. The rosters of both teams combined, I'm given to understand, were too large for the bot, and it was overwhelmed by the number of gamers that were present on both of the rosters. So it caused some people to be left out of the graphics.
So many gamers.
They will be back for other casts, but this one, unfortunately, we will not have them. We do, however, as an added little icing on top, whenever we get our high five in the server, we have both teams in Mumble for MumbleComs. I've been specifically instructed to switch it over to them.
Yes, I'm excited. It's not often you get to have both teams MumbleComs. It's gonna be fascinating, because it's one situation. One team doesn't really want to come in unless the other guys do it, back and forth, But both teams agreeing, we're gonna do it. We'll be in here, so that should be rather exciting too.
Hey, here's some good news. High Five's issue is resolved. He was having premium payment issues according to Goldfish, but looks like it's all fixed now.
Oh, that's
so
premium.
He should be coming in soon.
Beauteous, my friend.
Yeah.
So
that happens when you're running into the end of the season and you think you've got your 30 days and you don't want to cover it into the off season, you cancel it, and it turns out
you got the finals.
You've got the finals to play. Yep.
Yeah, it's only April 7th, so you go by month. They'll get some more free time after the finals. You never know. Hey, ESEA pugs. There you go. After you win the finals, go do some ESEA pugs. That's what you gotta tell yourself. That 1 extra month of premium.
Yeah, and get yourself a mouse pad or something. That'd be a pretty good time. I could use a new one.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I could too.
But yeah, so it should be a pretty good one. Buick and I cast a previous incarnation of the IM playoffs here, and it went about 3 hours into a best of 3. Pretty solid games throughout. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of a play here.
I would love that. I would love to see a full 3 maps. As they've come through the playoffs, little Cafe Monster, they end up, Mad Lux, they beat them 2-1. They dropped a map to Mad Lux, and we're like, you don't know what's going to happen there. And then, we have against Champagne and Cocaine 2-0 in regards to those maps. So they got to be running hot, too, especially because Champagne and Cocaine, the week before that was our, amazing best of 3. They went to 3 maps. So we thought they would, carry that over, work out beautifully for them. So they've been running pretty hot going in here. But, like as we mentioned, the other team had upset City last week. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you never truly know what's going to happen in the playoffs. We've had, through the years of TF2, we've had plenty of number 1 seeds just all of a sudden evaporate.
Yep.
So nothing's ever super guaranteed, especially in a match like this, because the prize money is it's nothing to sneeze at when you win IM relative to getting second. So even if you're the betting type on the Saloon, they're gonna get cash money in their hands, Buick.
I know, man. Something else to think about too is, if these teams, whether they stay together or roster wise gets moved up, there will be potentially, we could be looking at some new invite players next season. So there's also that to think about as well.
Yeah, well, that will hopefully be the case. We've occasionally had people opt out of going to invite, but hopefully we get a few of these teams through, or that the invite teams that are still extant manage to preserve themselves going into the next season.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't really know how that'll all boil out, because you never really know until LAN's over what people are going to be doing with Invite just in general.
Isn't it really short this season too? There's like 3 days after LAN, and like the next season registration ends or something ludicrous like that. And I saw a date recently. It didn't look that pleasant.
Registration ends in about like 2 weeks, I think, from like tomorrow or something like that.
Oh, wondrous.
Well, can't be paying with e-checks, Buick.
I know. No, my friend, you cannot. Terry, team-wise, like, would you see these teams, like, okay, you take these vanilla rosters, or not vanilla rosters, but these rosters right here, playoff-wise, could you see both of them absolutely wanting to go to Invite? Do you know if they want to play with each other? Do you know, we know the whole, like, playoff, not ringer, but players coming in just for the playoffs. Do you think that would kind of attitude would carry over to not wanting to play Invite next season?
I mean, funny that you mentioned that, because if people remember way back in the preseason when the invite poll came out, there were 2 teams on that invite poll. One of those teams was Runaway 5, and one of those teams was Cafe Monster. And Runaway 5 won the poll and proceeded to die in invite immediately after like 2 maps or something like that.
No, I think they played 1 map, yeah.
So now Cafe is in the grand finals, and I mean, more likely than not, will either just get promoted outright into Invite if they play, or be on the poll at the very least. So, I don't know. I mean, it would have been interesting if Cafe played in Invite this season, I'm sure, because, I mean, assuming they lived more than 1 match than R5 did. But, yeah, I don't know. And over on Hate Being Sober side, you have, oh god, the police are coming. But... Over on Hate Being Sober side, you have Rikachu, who was actually on the R5 roster, or on the team, and then Tic Tac, who has played a sliver of Invite before as a Pocket Soldier, because he's also a beast on Pocket. So, I don't know, but we're getting live soon, because they have had everyone in the server for a while now.
Yeah,
maybe they're all
2-3 minutes.
Maybe they're all singing songs to get pumped up about this grand final.
That, maybe got some pregame jitters. You're just sitting there, the team captain comes in, he just calls out every single person by name. All right, here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to do. It could be one of those things. You're looking for inspiration from the team captain. So I don't know. Who knows? It could happen. Maybe not. Maybe it will. But soon
we are going live.
We are going live, my friend. That's what I'm excited about.
It's going to happen. So here we go. Finally happening. For a fun side note, whenever we had that pregame talk, Buick, I would always just say, if we start to lose, go heavy.
If we start to lose, go heavy. So, looking at here, red for Hate Being Sober. All right. Now, match, my friends, best of 3 IM Grand Finals is live. So, off the bat, who do you think is going to be the big player?
Well, I want to watch Rikachu at the mid, because Rikachu used to be pretty beastin' before. We'll see what happens now with the sticky nerfs, but we've got Blue coming out here. We're going to see this tentative mid. Red's a little aggressive on this side. Get a counter jump out from a dagger, actually. And Blue is getting wiped out on the backside. They need to be careful here. They will continue to fall as they stay in. And Deska, he is trying to make hero plays, will not get it. And we're going to see Wasted grab second with Uber advantage, and maybe even push last, because we got Rikachu and Farnsworth alive.
Yeah. Look at this. Blue has to, Blue, they've already thought that this is going to happen. You hear what I hear. Sentry going up. So, we're gonna, the Uber's coming in. Depends where it's coming in from. That's the big thing. So, right now we're looking at Kig. He's thinking of pushing back right? Yeah, back right with his team right now. Doesn't have to use yet. They do see the gun. They get the gun that quickly. That's good when you get the gun that quickly. There is an Uber there going after the point. They need to put pressure on the left side right there of the Uber. We hear the heavy weapons guy coming up. Purple Shirt putting decent damage down. 2x on the point, which is good. And that is it. The heavy, the thing about it, lots of damage, cannot get on the point. So, 1-0, just like that.
Yeah, if you overstay your welcome at mid, Buick, you're going to end up having to pay the price there with a really heavy defense. They just couldn't hold.
Yep. So this time I'm going to open up with I want to see Goldfish. That doesn't happen often. I can't say it happen often. So he's not used to going down 1-0. So we're trying to see Goldfish make some big plays here in middle. He's getting a nice buff, just chilling. He's playing a little passive for now, which is fine. Takes a nice jump up, sees a soldier there. 1 rocket, 2 rocket. He knows he's weak. He wants to go for him, but he doesn't know what to do. He's getting hit by stickies as well. Kind of backs up. Needs to get a little more health. Has the buff. Got to be on top of the point. sees his scout being taken out, brings out the shot. He 1, 2, 3 shotties. Tic Tac is very hurt, but because of the damage he was able to put out, just like that, it's a cap.
Yeah, we actually have a very similar situation to the last mid. We still have scouts fighting around in IT on second. Tic Tac not going to survive that one. That's going to give him a really long spawn.
Mm-hmm. What is it looking at? Oh my, yeah, he may not even be up for the last fight if they get this 2 right now. They're moving in, they got the oobs. The red defense is going up for the same kind of things we saw the blue doing, the sentry gun in the same spot. Let's see if it could work better for them though. Though, they do have a sniper man this time around. So Corsa sitting up on sniper, they just probably think blue's going to push right in. We'll see where blue decides to push in. So it looks like maybe the right side?
Yeah, they're going to go long and slow on the right side. Soldier's going to get kind of kicked around here, but they are going to get the gun down. Little risky there with the sniper. The heavy's coming out. Both teams run the same, but Tic Tac's gonna get wasted, and so is Pig. So Nomad 3v3, but the health is terrible for Cafe, and Deska is already piling out of here. But it looks like he's gonna get caught down in IT. He's gonna just try and run to the point, but the scout is in the way, turns him into ground meat.
So 2x on the point right now. Screw it, they're getting forced on the point. But blue wants to come in. They know red's health is weak. They're thinking about moving in here. Goldfish wants to buff. He wants to go in, but they think better of it and back up because at this point in time, the red medic is there. So Uber's looking at about equal. We'll see if anybody tries a dry push at this point in time. I'm thinking they're both going to get their Ubers and maybe just chill on it for a second. As I say that, red moves in.
Yeah, smart heads-up play from them because Deska was respawning, so he is not there yet. Purple Shirt is gonna die. However, Wasted's med way low. Gets down to like 12 health. Dagger is gonna die as well as the trade comes out. This starts to become a really bad fight for Wasted because of how respawns work. They are bogged down here trying to get through. Tic Tac's gonna go down, but Deska's gonna die again. So that may leave the window open, but Tic Tac's spawn timer isn't really working out for him here.
Blue may be able to force the red Uber here, and that wouldn't be completely bad because all the players aren't there yet. So blue gets their Uber to use earlier. Kig has to use his counter Uber. He does have to multi, so red needs to watch out. They're stuck in choke and they multi-Ubered. If he uses it again, the Uber's going to drop very quickly. So with Dagger going down, I think red has to back up. I don't know if they have to back up the last, but I think they have to play passively here.
Yeah, your ability to defend this point is somewhat impeded because they can just throw a player into you and not care. So we're going to lose Goldfish, but Farnsworth is going to die as well. Tic Tac going down also. Heavy fighting over on the shutter door. So we come out of that with a 2-player advantage, but they're going to stack second instead of trying to get that pivotal third kill.
They're moving in right now. Like when they're going in for the Uber, they're thinking about it. With losing Purple Shirt, it's going to be difficult here. The health isn't that good on their team, and you got to watch out. Just backing up, just chilling for a second, gonna buff everybody. Probably just build up your Uber and go in. So we'll see if anybody comes back as your pick class. Perhaps Yomps in this position. No time though, red's coming out. Farnsworth says, give me back my point, I want it, please. So Farnsworth, of course, getting on the point right now. Some damage going to the med, Kig down. As long as blue keeps their med alive, this could be a cap point for them. There is a scout on him though. He needs to watch out, he's getting focused from every angle. And he does
my
go down.
god, 98%.
So close. That's the kind of thing where if you hold it and you don't die there, you actually are probably going to win this round. So it was dodging like a demon, but 3x on the point, spy plays, and done deal. So as that fighting is going on Spire, we have a spy and a scout sneak and 3x on the point. You can't react quick enough to that.
Well, as soon as Kig went down there, that was pretty much a done deal. Like even if you hold them off somehow or you drop the enemy medic, it's gonna be really tough for you to maintain that front, and they just couldn't do it. They had 2 players behind them, one of which was a spy. But we're on to the next mid, so we're a little more testy this time. We'll see. Oh, big counter jump coming out from Cafe. Wow, red is getting wiped out. They're trying to take out Soapy, but that is not going to happen, and we're in the danger zone once again for Wasted.
Oh, Kenny Log is my friend. Here we go in on the Spire already. They're capping it. They're not even caring about mid. Like, they got 2x on mid, and they're already going to have this much on Spire, including Purple. Oh, Jesus. Purple Shirt spamming last. They want to go in. As long as Purple Shirt stays up here, comes back, and smartly gets his buff, they should be fine. Farnsworth going up, trying to pop the Uber early, trying to get maybe a little vision of where they are, call out where they are. Just maybe slow them down somehow because blue has Uber, and they're going to be moving in now. So here they move in together.
Yeah, the real tragedy there is when they were standing on the point, they did not build Uber Buick, so this took a little bit longer than necessary, but Dagger is going to go down. They're still trying to favor that heavy on the left side, but the Uber still isn't even out yet, so Mr. Fatman's going to struggle. He hasn't gone down yet. He finally goes down. The point is clear of stickies. No wasted players. They're just going to step on that and give themselves a one-round lead.
Very clean cap. They got in super deep without having to pop their Uber. I did see the sniper whiff maybe 1 or 2 shots, which definitely adds into how far you can get if he's missing them. But that was very, very good milking in regards to blue. So on to the next middle we go right now, and Deska gets there quite early, throwing out some stickies. Hits the kind of the combo, doesn't really hit the opposing demo man. He needs to be careful now if somebody decides to rush him. Dagger jumping the right side. Yomps in purple shirt say hello there. Hi Dagger, what's up baby? Goldfish getting a little height advantage. Both teams are just kind of playing passive. Dagger goes down now. Now we'll see some aggression. Farnsworth jumping in. Nice big rocket down below. Goes down himself. Goldfish on Kig. 1 clean rocket. Ooh, he really wants him badly. 2 clean rockets. Shotty in the frickin' face, and that is done. Done. Goldfish. Look, he jumps in, he kills the med, and he's pounding his chest saying, what's up, baby? That's how it goes, you know?
That was a team ace, by the way. 6 up, 6 down.
Damn.
Yeah, so we're in another tough spot here. Well, I'll call this now for the benefit of our production crew. If this round... Oh! Nice shot over the point. Good times, though. They're trying to hold this one. The med kind of sold out for the point, but you got your demo cleaning it up. So there we go. That is going to send us to halftime with Cafe Monster in the lead. Big air shots.
Oh, did you see that?
Meat bits flying over the point there. I don't know if Truck managed to grab that. I hope he did. It was it brought
ridiculous.
It brought joy to the cockles of my heart.
So you going up? So Wasted goes up 1-0, and then Cafe's just like, "Yo, this is TF2. We're good at this game. You know, let's pull it together. You know, Goldfish taking the lead, and let's just win 3 rounds in a row, and just like that, it's that simple for them. So I don't know. What does Terry? What does Wasted need to do at halftime? Like, was it really? There was no it was just all mid fights. You don't see it that often.
To put it in perspective, that 3-1 half, that's 4 rounds, was 11 minutes long. So those were all won from the mids. It was really interesting because in the very first mid, Hate Being Sober got everyone on the point super fast, and they all had heals, they were all pushing, and they just mulched Cafe Monster. But then the second and third mids, Cafe Monster sort of did the reverse, and they got really aggressive, and Hate Being Sober couldn't react or respond to it. And then that very last one, these guys called it was very delayed. Both teams just sort of feeling it out, and then Cafe just somehow ban modes and kill 6 of them without losing anyone. But I'm looking at the stats right now,
and
what there's a number from Goldfish.
Is it over 400?
434 damage per minute right now.
God damn.
So, he's playing well.
But we're actually, we're starting... So we're going to go over to Hate Being Sober's comms here. See if they can get this back together.
Mm-hmm. If they go left, our soldiers just jump left. It's fine.
Demo's right.
Go.
Campaign. One down, scout up top. The scout took 100, Dagger. Dead.
I'm destroyed.
Mid scout.
You guys have numbers. Play.
Mid scout demo.
Play
They're all out. They're all out.
Put pressure.
Right.
Nice, very coordinated, calling out the targets. I mean, pretty effectively. You know, X and Y is injured. Go on him now. I'm hurt. Get back. Come in like this, and Soapy down. Farnsworth. Look at that Farnsworth with that double kill. Damn.
Oh, and the stick is
triple
back.
Baby, a triple.
So we've got the reverse of what you just saw in the previous rounds. They should get going pretty quick here. We'll see if there are any hero plays. No, there are not. That heavy is not going to do a whole lot, nor is the sentry gun. But there are Ubers all over. The Pikachu's going to get picked out on the backside, but nobody can get on in time. And that's going to bring us a little closer here, 3-2.
3-2-2. What do you say about the opposite team? What do you say about Cafe's comms this middle? I'd like that.
Why not?
I don't see their demo again.
Oh my god, he just sits passively in there choking, spams me.
Soldiers hit 30. Soldier bombing me. Soldier bombing me. He's hit 80.
I'm jumping.
Scout behind you. They're like pushing point.
Scout's dead. Med's hurt. Med's really hurt our choke. Med's like
Med's
hit
hit
choke.
60.
Med's dead.
Nice. It's just
Tic tac, stay on.
All right, yeah. So another quick mid. Every time that we start to have a mid that, or rather, we get around for Hate Being Sober, Cafe just comes back and annihilates them on the following mid. So we're gonna see another quick one. They need to figure out a way to break this cycle and get a hold here. So usually teams go to Sniper to do that. Looks like that's what Corsa is going to try to do.
One shot in, doesn't hit it. 2 shots, doesn't hit it. He has to go back to Scout here. You know, they're going to start moving in. But they did lose Deska right now. This could be bad for them as long as Blue can kite this Uber. Soldiers jumping high. Everybody's kiting it. Blue has nice positioning here. Dagger's on the point. Red's kind of, you know, with the Blue med down. This could be scary. Goldfish way up in the air. Brings his shotty out. It's destroyed by Farnsworth, and like that's a last hold. They lost Deska coming in, like as they were Ubering in. I saw Deska, I don't know what he got dropped to, but I saw him go from like 100% hit points to literally 1 or 2 right off the bat. Died, and it's pretty hard sometimes when it's 65.
Yeah, now we got this fight coming over for a second. They are going to grab that easily is wasted. Now there's another fight over second. Farnsworth is going to go down on the point. And I guess that's the symbol to Hate Being Sober, that they are just going to bail out. They had a little bit of a spawn advantage there, but they're going to pull out. They also do not have Uber advantage, so we're going to see Cafe build up rapidly here and try to fix what they did last time. There is a soldier in at last in purple shirt. He's actually being supported pretty well by Spam, too, so a nice play from Cafe there to try and get whoever they could. As part of that suicide.
And being up an Uber like you are, I think Purple Shirt's just going to come back as a generic soldier, and they're just going to go in for the easy. Yeah, I was about to say, we're not going to see any off-classing from Purple Shirt per se. But at this point in time, Blue's going to get their counter Uber, so it's going to be your average. We're going to push in the process. You have Uber, we have Uber deal. So, you know, we'll see who makes the first big move is what I'm feeling.
We already have the move. High five is on Sniper, so...
Nice.
Yeah, they did the purple shirt suicide, and then High Five ran back and switched out. So we'll see here. We actually have Corsa on Spy, though.
Off-classer's delight.
And I am trying to find him right now. He's down on the ground. He's now running up the spire. We'll see. He's trying to find the medic. The medic is in the safety cupboard, but he's right here. Oh no! The medic is facing the wrong way, and he knows. He knows. So if we can't get any face stab heroics, no. So that should signal the push. Oh, wow. Dagger's going to go down, too.
That's bad news.
You don't want that at all. I guess he was probably trying to distract. So we'll see what's going to happen now. The Uber's going to come out. Shots come in. And we got a soldier jumping around here. Going to try to lock down the spawn door. Demo Man in trouble. Purple shirt going to die. Rikachu Farnsworth going to go down. Corsa is going to grab Goldfish, though, the man of the match so far, and things are going to stabilize. There's a sniper in here, too. He's not too helpful for this, but there is a scout on the point, and he's going to die! He gets him.
Pistol!
So Tic Tac's pistol saves that game there.
Holy heck, man. Dang. That's insane.
We have another spy alert. Purple shirt is on Spy, moving through sewer, but looks like he's turning around. What is he doing? He looks confused.
Yeah, he says he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know where to go back or forth. You know, he doesn't know at all what to do. We'll see what he moves in, where he's going to move in from. I don't know if they're going to go for the, this time it's the opposite team going Spy. He's maybe going to go and drop down. No, he's not drop down, excuse me, roll out. Going in right. Sees Tic Tac there, who almost bumps into him. Has to be careful there. I think he might go up in panic room and chill for a moment, or on this side. Just getting vision, getting info of where everything is right now. That's pretty important.
Yeah, it's not bad to know exactly what the other team is running. But Purple Shirt, he's going to end his life here, trying to do silly things on and around the point. So we may see a counter-suicide here. Yeah, Dagger's going to try to go out, get deaded in a sticky trap. So we should be okay there.
think so. I think so. You know, oh, there is a fight in lobby right now. Look at this Tic Tac. He's overbuffing. He wants to fight. He takes out Deska like that. That's something you can actually push off of. You get a demo, man. Your team could start moving up. You get another pick bleeding out here, and they are. Look at this Tic Tac. He wants it. He wants to meet. He wants it badly. He's getting a huge buff, and he's going to go right for it. Oh, he sees that soldier right there. Oh, purple shirt dies here. It's going to be over. 1, 2, gets taken out. He had 4 clean shots on purple shirt, needed to hit them. Because he missed them, the aggression blue team has to get backed up.
Yeah, you lose a player right there, you're not going to be able to do it. They're going to lose another one. Corsa goes down as well. The push should come immediately. They actually have a scout in really deep already down into Panic Room. Gets the team turned around, and the Uber comes in and wipes out Farnsworth and Dagger before an Uber can get popped off. And we got a demo standing on the point. This poor hero Uber of the demo with the scout. But it's not going to work. Well, maybe it is. There, no! So, there we go. That'll take us 4-2, I believe.
4-2. At this point, I want to see some big plays. I want to see some big plays. You know who actually has gotten like nice doubles and triple kill? Farnsworth. I'm checking out him on this middle. You know, he's just gonna wait, get his buff up a little bit. I want to see a huge medic bomb. I want to see him bounce the med in the air and get a massive air shot. So that's what I'm feeling. Just got this energy from Farnsworth right now. You know, going pretty aggressive right now. One little area denial rocket. 2, 3 has to reload. Goldfish is coming up. Oh, Goldfish says, "Hey there," and they exchange rockets. Goldfish goes down. Look at this, 4 players down. Farnsworth done, but I'll trade that for all the other teams, so they need to be careful. It's a little scrappy. Jelly Lips gets an exit frag and gets completely destroyed, Yomps by Dagger. So those scouts, like, it's nice when you kill the heavy classes and the medic, but if you have no idea where the scouts are, you gotta watch your medic's ass. You know, you can get picked off at any point.
Yeah, it's always, and especially on process, being a medic main myself, it's really risky there because there are so many flanks that you can't see if you're standing around the point. Just anywhere in that area, a scout can run on you, especially if they're on top of you. It's really hard to deal with, but we do have Uber advantage, so it should be happening.
Here they go. We gotta get the gun first, though. Okay, the gun is finally down. Lennox on the point. The Uber's off right now. Goldfish goes down. That's bad. The Heavy is up. The Heavy is up, and he has a lot of health. They focused him down finally. Blue is just spread around the point. They needed that soldier to come in now. Farnsworth needs to hit this scout. 1x on the point. That scout needs to get on it. Jelly Lips cannot get on it, and it's a round. Whew. 4-3? 4-3,
yeah, that would be the case. The big play there was Dagger was up top in the Panic Room. Nobody was really up there blocking him, and so when they sort of gaggled up on the back left side, he just dropped on everybody's head and got massive damage.
Middlewise now. Blue may play aggressive. We'll see who goes in first here. Tic Tac's kind of got a nice advantage. Tic Tac is completely boned, has to go back. And because of that, everybody... Kid goes down, Purple Shirt goes down, Yomps goes down. They need to Corsa. Corsa and Tic Tac need to focus targets here. They're both kind of playing together, but they're shooting different things. So we'll see if Corsa does chase Jelly Lips into this little sewer here, decides, no, I'm just going to get my buff, and then I'll come kill you. So Red has a few stickies, really not going to cause much of a damage here, but you know. We'll see. This may be one of the first, if not second, like, fights over 2 we've seen.
Well, it's going to turn into a fight over mid, with Cafe pushing with Uber advantage. The big thing here, Kid got obliterated on mid through no fault of his own. He was standing in shutter door and everybody jumped him. They're going to pop the Uber very early. Soldiers are going to get thrown away. Tic Tac's gonna die, but so is High Five. And that looks like a cap of mid is occurring. I'm surprised they didn't try to push in a concerted way, but they, I guess they just didn't feel right without their friend Tic Tac. So now we're in a reverse leapfrog situation because that Uber from Cafe just wasn't good enough.
Yep. Like, they wanted to kill the pocket, but they couldn't do it. Like, Goldfish jumped really far ahead to try to get some frags there, but because he jumped so far ahead, he put himself in danger, so he went back to his medic, and they didn't get it. Here comes the Blue Uber, sending the scouts to the side. Oh my god, that's a quick pick on Deska, and Blue's gonna win this fight, hands down. Red should have seen this coming. Like, you gotta expect it. You know you're down Uber, and you know they're gonna try to rush in, so... You know, reverse leapfrog galore tonight. You know, except for when you lose your medic, you're going to lose 2, potentially last. Like, the Uber advantage isn't going to be that much, maybe 40% maximum, but that's enough to at least get 2 off of.
Yeah, that's how being lazy on defense causes you to lose a round, because that was an absolute disaster. You lost the two very most important players from the defensive perspective in your demo and your medic. They're not doing the greatest job of building Uber over here on the Wasted, though. They're ceding a lot of this advantage right now.
Yeah.
I guess they're starting to build now. Maybe they recognize their mistake. But I actually kind of want to kick it over to the Wasted comms.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Once we get to 100 here, yeah, let's do it.
Here they go.
I'm behind you. They're in
Can't kill
spawn.
them.
Go in
I
spawn.
can't. Go to point, go to point, go to point.
Heavy sir. Still a gun right. Dagger
Back
gun
up.
below you.
You lost it. You lost it. Back out.
Soldier dead.
Gun's dead. Course is on pocket. Your demo's hurt.
Someone took a lot.
Demo
They're
dead,
down
demo dead.
3. They're down 3.
Guys on the right.
It's got dead.
Nice, we got
Two
this.
Only 2 up. Only 2
I
up.
don't have any ammo, guys.
I'm up.
It's just combo.
Just combo.
They got spawns, they got spawns.
They have Uber. You can force them. No, get out, get out.
A little bit of, half the team says get out, half the team starts getting frags. A little bit of maybe lack of coordination on that last push there, and it took long enough. Red team has Uber now. Got to be careful.
Yeah, they were a little flighty there. It's pretty obvious they didn't really have a game plan going into that. But looks like we're going to just lose Goldfish over here as well. Dagger also on Spy for the moment. Yeah, he is out. So he's showing his friendly sniper. Maybe going to take a little peek here and try and scare people.
Perhaps.
Or go back
He
to
walked
spawn.
all the way back to spawn on 2, but then turned around and now is walking back on mid. I don't know what's going on with that.
You know what though? It's gonna be well worth it when he drops the med. So
Wait,
hopefully he's got a play
wait.
cooking.
Rikachu is on sniper. What?
Interesting.
Oh my god, he walked back to their spawn on last to switch off to demo. He must have taken forwards and walked out of spawn on sniper. That is something. You don't see that every grand final.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, we'll call that a mistake. Also, being Spy whilst your team has Uber advantage is also a mistake. But we'll just let that one slide for now, because they are going to get the point despite Rikachu misspawning and Dagger being on a bad class. But now it comes to the time for Cafe to make a decision. They looked pretty excited, but actually Deska's going to get wiped out by Tic Tac, and now it's time to go. Yeah, so the Uber exchange will occur here on last. There is a heavy spinning. There he goes. He is out, but he doesn't get the crit seal in time, so he's pretty much just going to be a heal soak that can only take a few hits. Yeah, there he goes, and we just have Soapy and Purple Shirt trying to defend this point, and it is not going to happen. Hate being sober. Tying the game, Buick.
I got freaking goosebumps. All right, let's see. Oh, baby, this is what we want. This is a grand finals. This is what it's all about here. You know what? We'll give it some love. Just like we open up the match, usually watching the demo men. Let's check the demo men out this time. So Deska comes out here, throwing a sticky. He's gonna meet people in the choke. Doesn't really get any damage out. Rikachu does. Ooh, hits a little damage on him. Has to be careful. Deska and Rikachu just kind of chilling at this point. Just going to get some heals and back up. Deska's kind of hurt. Has to be careful. Farnsworth going sky high. 1 rocket, 2 rocket. Put Soapy on like 10 hit points. If anybody can get on him, that'll be nice. Blue's kind of caught, though. They have really bad positioning. Really getting taken advantage of it. Oh, no, they only have 2 left at this point in time. Do they go for the frags or do they go for the defense? Frankly speaking, as long as they focus targets, they may be able to go for the frags. They think better of it and end up backing up. They killed enough people where Red won't be able to roll completely in for free and get the point. But because they might, when it's like a 4-4, I don't know. Where do you hold right now as Blue?
I would have sacked in my whole team there to
I would
kill Soapy. Like, there's absolutely no question about this. You're going to lose second. That now, like, if you suicide and don't kill Soapy, then you're in a pretty bad situation. They are bringing out the sniper here to try and get terrible things to happen, but wow, we got a Dagger. Suicide comes to nothing, gets shut down by scouts. Med is walking across. The sniper had a dead view of him.
No.
But Tic Tac is going to die as well. So now the Uber is going to come. That didn't really delay things as much as you would hope.
Medic going down just like that. This should be easy for red. Somebody's putting a lot of damage on purple shirt, but I don't think they have enough players up. Farnsworth on the point. Dagger gets bumped onto the point. 3x on it and done. That's the first map. That's just the first map. Wow.
Yep, that will give us a point for Cafe.
Indeed, my friend.
So if Cafe wins our next map, then we'll be done, and that will be the end of IM. Cafe will go to Invite and get lots of money. However, if you're in for hating being sober, they could take us to Viaduct, and I would personally very much like that. But so we got our sideline reporter here still, right? Right, Terry's still here.
Yes.
How do you feel about that one, Terry? A 4-4 going to 5-4 based on mids?
Can we just say that was a 5-4 in 27 minutes? When was the last time any of us saw a 5-4 match in 27 minutes?
You don't.
I'm gonna say never.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that.
Just crazy fights all over these mids. I think maybe there was like one long-ish round in like the second half, but wow, 5-4. So looking at the stats here, again, it's the Goldfish show. He's doing 360 DPM, high fives, leading the team with 24 frags, Goldfish 23. Corsa actually top fragging his team with 26, and he also did very well, hitting 330 DPM. So again, Corsa putting on the big boy shoes and doing a lot of work for his team. But overall, it just seemed like Cafe were able to capitalize on their advantages more. It also kind of sucked for Hate Being Sober that in that second to last round, your demo walks out of spawn as sniper and then has to turn around and go all the way back when you had Uber advantage. So I'm going to say that might have cost them a push there. But Soapy staying alive a little bit more than King. Not actually too influential. They're only 4 deaths difference and only 2 Ubers difference. So it really came down to just who won those mids, and then because pretty much the team that won the mid almost always kept their medic alive. I think with the exception of maybe one mid fight, that was the case. So from there it was sort of a clean push into 2 and then bullying them out, Uber into last, and win the round. Also a lot of spy plays.
I know.
Like, we saw them out of Dagger, we saw them out of, like, High Five and maybe Yomps, so I don't think that'll be as much of a factor going into our next map on Badlands, but maybe some more Sniper out of Corta. I don't think Sniper's really hitting anything at all that map, were they? I don't remember anyone getting, like, a huge headshot or anything. I just remember people missing.
Yeah, they tried.
There was definitely chances to literally stop pushes in their tracks, on both teams. Both teams, when they had a sniper trying to pick for mid, they had 1 or 2 shots on the med pushing the last. They just unfortunately whiffed on them, and we just saw a melee after it.
Yeah, a pretty poor showing out of all the elf classes of this map. So hopefully we get some better shenanigans out of those classes going into the next map whenever this goes live.
I guess we'll be moving on to the next. Oh, this STV, my friends, that's a good sign. Usually when you see that connection problem auto disconnect, you're like, damn. But right now that's a good thing, because that means Badlands it is.
Yep, it should be coming up momentarily. And then we will get to have additional amounts of TF2. At this rate, we're at a discount mode, Buick. You got a 27-minute 5-4.
I know.
That's pretty much never going to happen that fast ever again. Or has it ever happened that way before? And now we're going to get another map.
I'm ready
at
for
least.
This. At least another map, and who knows? Maybe we'll get a 26-minute 5-4, and then we'll go to Viaduct. Oh, God. The prospect of that's got me hot and bothered. I'm ready.
And we have that map will actually prevent us from breaking any land speed records, because you have to at least go 3 minutes in the round. But running with the stopwatch, both these teams, for a little bit of analysis, the main thing that came down in that match that I was seeing on process, you have to be real careful about how you position your players that are up top, because Yi, who controls the high ground on that map, pretty much controls the universe. But if you are attacked on the high ground, you have to be real careful about what you do about that. And both of the teams ended up in situations where like they would have a singular person go up top and try to play Lord of the High Place, and they would get swamped by like 2 or 3 people at least. And then the rest of their team would precipitously die.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, they were playing, like, a lot of teams went in the middle. Like, they'd start and they'd throw an aggressive scout up there. I saw Tic Tac do it a few times. And then he would get smashed and he'd have to back out. I saw him have to back out completely into, like, sewer sometimes. And the second the other team sees him back off, hey, we can get height advantage, and they'll take it. Like, height advantage played a huge, as it should, for a lot of middles with that have height advantage. It definitely played, as expected, a big part on that map.
Yep, and then various medics just had trouble getting out in time because your comms on mid, it's really difficult unless you have done it 1,000 million times with that particular team and roster. It's really difficult to tell how the mids are developing immediately. And we saw once Kig actually did a really good job of recognizing that his team's goose was cooked immediately after one player on his team went down, and he still died for it.
I know. What Badlands? We're going into Badlands next, Marxist. Like I'm just, I'm casually looking over regular season records on Badlands. Cafe 5-0-5-0, just completely swept their Badlands. And we're looking at Hate Being Sober. They lost 5-1 to the Hawaii Beach Vacation, who we've seen because we've seen in the playoffs. So they lost 5-1, and then they got a forfeit win. So I can't base too much off of that. The only thing I can say is 5-0-5-0 when it's that far into the season. Like, I don't know. I think Cafe may know what they're doing on this map. Imagine that.
Well, I mean, it is Badlands, so if you haven't quite figured out Badlands yet and you're in the IM Grand Finals, that's like showing up to class without any pants on, right?
Indeed.
You also have to consider that Hate Being Sober played Hawaii Beach Vacation, which was obviously one of our top 4 playoff teams, whereas Cafe Monster played Madlux Gold, who was the 8th playoff seed, and Wu-Tang Club, which was a lower level IM team. So their competition was a lot easier, and obviously as the best team in IM, I think I would say I'd be pretty surprised if both those games weren't 5-0s.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we are here. There are 11. No, it looks like all the gamers are in the server. So hopefully we'll get some more exciting Badlands action starting soon.
Yeah, it should be pretty good. I've got to see quite a few nice Badlands games in my time. And I think, too, part of process is the mid is pretty central to it overall, especially because it is still a newer-ish map, so it's not second nature. Whereas Badlands mid, like, both teams going into this likely aren't going to have to do a lot of thinking with their brain bits.
It's kind of automatic, you could say. When you do it, when over your TF2 career you've done a Badlands, rollout, what would you say, 5,000 if not more times. You kind of see X and you know how to do Y. It comes naturally.
Yeah, so I think this will be a lot more. I hope this will be a lot more of a typical game. Even though I do like the 27-minute 5-4, that's nice, makes for good highlights, but. Sometimes it's good to get down to the nitty-gritty here. We should probably see that.
Yeah, I'd like to see some, maybe fights over spires. We want to see some nice, Uber from trash blocking the second point capture. You know what I'm talking about. The old Badlands exciting stuff.
Yep, or, the oh-so original Spire airshot clips. Those are obligatory.
Of course.
But, so we'll see. Both teams have shown a willingness to off-class, and that could make for some fun times, especially on this map, because you don't see it every day, but it can work.
Yeah, willingness, as we mentioned earlier, as much spies we saw on process, I would be completely shocked if we didn't see teams just kind of, set up and both teams using that spy again.
Yep, we'll see how it goes down. We're just waiting on our gamers to get going here. So far, relatively problem-free finals. That's great for me if you've... we are picking colors. So we should get going immediately.
So here we go. Red again. Wasted starting on red, and after that first game, I mean, it's honestly it's gonna be hard for me not to watch Goldfish. I don't know. It's I think I'm feeling. What are you feeling? 2K, 3K this mid? Team wipe? No, I don't. The point is he's gonna do something good. I have a feeling.
Yeah, we'll see what they do here too, because especially on Badlands, your pocket tends to telegraph what kind of a mid you're gonna have. So I am looking at Goldfish. It looks like they are going standard left. The other team has done the same, but we have a soldier go through choke, deep dagger. He is going to get wiped out, though. Rikachu dead as well. That's pretty much the end of this mid, but mid's going to go down. Kig out of this one. And we are having a replay of process where a team will wipe out over mid. And Deska and Goldfish survive, so that is a definite push to last.
Yeah, when I saw Dagger jump in like he did and just get on top of their combo, he didn't really put massive damage on one person, but causing as much trouble as he did, I'm surprised that he had no follow-up to that whatsoever. When a soldier jumps in like that and you put out that much damage, you gotta have somebody help you out, or otherwise, then you have 4 players at 75% hit points. You don't want that.
Yeah, they are crossing in now, trying to get into lobby against a soft forward hold. They actually go, in my opinion, the wrong way. So the soft forward hold is doing precisely what it wanted to. Oh, wow, the dagger goes in, and there was a dastardly sticky trap that no one saw. Uber is going to get forced out. They're going to have a hard time here, but the soldier on the point, he's going to take it. So there it goes. Cafe Monster just sneaks on there while the Uber flounders on the top left.
Yeah, even after, we saw that nice early pick. You can't really ask for much more, to be honest, from, Red's perspective. Blue had for all we can say, a pretty bad Uber moving into last there. It wasn't about the Uber, though. They just got somebody on the point.
Yeah, it happens far too often. So, new mid, new life. Both teams gonna cross over left. Dagger goes in really fast. Gonna get high five. Gonna get air shot too. Try to square around. Backs all of Cafe out.
Look at that.
So, whew.
That far out. They didn't even go to mid the second. They literally were like, hey, we got to back up as a team. And Dagger jumped in, got some frags, and the whole time they were backing out, 3x, 4x on the point. They should be able to cap 2 here, unless Blue they may try to set up a little sneaky stop here. Oh no, Deska goes down. Oh, Tic Tac sneaks in, gets Deska. This is big for Red. This is really big for them. Even with Uber on Uber action, down a demo, you can get some positioning.
Farnsworth on the point. Scout rushes in, gets him just in time.
Oh,
Looks
goodness.
like that'll stave off the push.
Purple Shirt putting out some damage at the bottom. Needs to be careful. Goes down. That's a pick. That's a pick that Red wants, especially if there's... Oh my god, Jelly Lip's down. The point is that cap too. Anybody can breathe on it, touch it. Blue Uber goes out right now. Dagger with a nice damage. Getting onto the point. As soon as that... Oh, he's looking at those guys on the point. The Blue dies. He's going to get him. He knows they're done. Done.
And that'll take us to 1-1. Really nice focus of the point there from Red, even though the fight got a little hairy there.
I know. So 1-1, my friend. I want to see. You know what? Dagger's been making some... It didn't work for him, and then it worked for him. I think he's going to... he's the wild card, Charlie Kelly style. Here we go. All right. Oh, he's jumping in. Oh, what do we got here? Jumping in. Oh, there he goes again. He gets in this time. Kid goes down. Dagger doesn't go down yet, not causing enough damage. He had to go into house early. They're going to get focused down too easily here.
Yeah, now the real tragedy here is that Wasted is taking too long to die because all of these players should die. Are they going to get him? We got it like a combined 12 health. Oh, well, Tic Tac does his best to make that last. Rikachu's actually going to sneak out. But that should have been long spawns on the demo both. They just didn't approach that in the right way. You gotta, in that situation, you're gonna lose second anyways. You may as well sack on Soapy in an orderly and fast manner, and they did not make it. And again, we got players crossing the right side, gonna give up kills, but Farnsworth gonna die too. But you're pretty much okay with that in the soft hold, because it has delayed everything.
Yep. Now Red's not going to get an Uber yet. Blue's moving in bottom right now. I'm gonna keep it on Goldfish. Does get the majority of the Uber now. Oh, he sees that medic in his... Doesn't make a difference. Red did nobody? I don't think anybody on red comm. They were going bottom right. It looked like they were all really confused when they saw blue team come out of the bottom.
There
corner
was a scout there that should have. That scout definitely saw them. Maybe he just didn't comment.
Yeah, perhaps he didn't comm because when we saw Goldfish go in, everybody's like, "Oh my God, they're behind us with Uber." They turn around and by that time, point capped.
Well, let's if we got comms still, let's toss them over to Cafe.
Yeah.
Under.
70, dude.
Soldier's destroyed under completely.
They're on
That's
me.
another 70.
Got
really
something.
hurt.
Med's
really
really
hurt.
hurt. Soldier killed himself.
Soldier's
Both
really
scouts
hurt.
both scouts on me on really bad position.
Soldier's really hurt. Dead.
Scout's dead.
Leave?
Soldier's
3v3.
80 health on that soldier.
They're focusing
Yeah.
me. I need arrow. Need arrow. Scout
Scout's
behind. Scout
behind
behind.
Behind you.
Yeah.
Okay, like, they're mid die? Oh, nice. Purple, did you bomb their soul?
That is how you do it.
That is how you do.
When your mid starts to go awry, just keep your head on straight and run through the tape. Kill their medic, be okay, maybe get second. They can contest here, but it looks like High Five's already conceding, gonna go on to a util, and so's other players. So we're gonna go with the heavy defense. They're just gonna give up second. All
Heavy
they did was
defense.
kill their medic.
No, heavy defense here. Let's just see. No, the heavy was pushed up. I thought they were gonna forward hold of a heavy. I'd love to see that.
A little change to the meta.
So they do have a gun up at this point. It's level 2. They're not gonna be able to push in and get it before it's level 3. He's just gonna sit there and chill. He's not building it up unless I'm wrong. There we go. As I'm saying, now it's gonna get to level 3 slowly. I think.
Yeah, who knows if they're gonna try and do something wonky with the sentry gun. Now, we do have cannonballs being run by Deska, and that can cause quite a lot of problems on this map. As we saw last time, they're trying to do the double soldier spam down the gun trick, but so far no go. Those cannonballs are really challenging because you have to cross through a tiny doorway.
Now, Daggers, you see somebody bottom middle, he can't do much, he's just spamming at this point in time. This is going to be your average. What are you feeling? Maybe a Scout Soldier Uber top left? I mean, if they know right now from what they've seen, the opposing team does not have a Pyro, so I've got no qualms with a Scout, a Scout Soldier Uber in the upper corner.
Well, I would try and show top, get spammed by cannonballs, and Uber in on the bottom, through the bottom, and cross over. That's what I would do to try and avoid the cannonball spam. They're going to go ahead and drop purple shirt here. Of course, they're going to die as well. We'll see. He's coming up sniper, so that will be our chosen off class for the day. We will have a sniper versus sniper duel, but Tic Tac gonna eat the cannonball and have to walk the plank.
Done. Done. We're going straight to Davy Jones Locker. You know how it goes.
Yes, I do. But we should be seeing Corsa here. There he is. He is in the lower. Gonna snipe around. He has called for medic several times, so they should know. And the sniper versus sniper duel will begin, but the cannonballs throwing him
spamming.
off.
Oh, gets a shot, does not hit it though. So now both teams kind of know what they're up against. We'll see if it makes any difference. They're just kind of spamming at this point in time. Would you know what? I kind of want to hear what in this kind of situation when they have a sniper. Let's hear what Hate Being Sober has to say right now.
Can I go? I'm not watching. There's 6 off. There's like 2 on it. I'm spamming it.
I mean, they'll just rebuild because we're not pushing.
Shooting sentry.
It's down.
I can jump on point. Somebody jump on point. Tic Tac, get on point. Get on point.
I got body shot.
Well, that was kind of a neat little play there, Buick.
Yeah, I like that. Nice little, just they were chilling for a bit, they're thinking of what to do, and then they called in Tic Tac there. Put a lot of pressure on the point, I definitely a coordinated play. They took their time, but because it didn't work, look, they're kind of holding back a little bit.
Yeah, well, that was a really good call from Goldfish. That actually really impresses me with Goldfish more so than his damage numbers, because when they spam the gun down, they will suicide their roamer through main. So he went down there just to mess with that whole operation and ended up completely destroying their push. But now we have the very rare outside Uber from blue. Goldfish decided he just had quite enough of this waiting around. and went to exchange Ubers. Now he's trying to kill anyone that he can, trying to get the demo. Not going to happen, and it doesn't matter. His team has come in. They've got his back, Buick.
Oh, yes, everybody down. Farnsworth the last one up, and Sirikachu can make it out. Yes, he can. They're going to cap 2 because of it, so get this many on the point. It may be more than 2, especially when the opposing medic hasn't come at. Tic-tac! Tic-tac! Oh, geez. He's inside. We'll see if he can do anything else. Right, that he takes down a demo man. That has to throw a wrench in the engine. We'll see if where else can he go at this point? Just out. Just chill, get your buff, and maybe let's fight over 2.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where we're pretty much not going to be able to hold second without some kind of a flank operation. And it would have worked out there because most of Wasted decided to come through choke straight off. So we do have a forward hold. And Goldfish is going to snatch Rikachu's life off of Gray Bridge with a quick shoddy boom body through the shutter door.
Yeah, they're sitting on Uber right now. Will they move out? Deska's over to the side. Oh, because of that pick, they gotta move out now. Let's take our medic out. Let's take our overhears out. Yom's down dagger. Oh, baby. 1x on the point. Gotta be careful now, Red. Get the hell out. They gotta get out, and there's a blue Uber. They end up getting a few frags from it, but not enough to get the med right now. So, Goldfish moving in causes a lot of havoc. They get almost a kill on him, so Kid comes back in. They need to watch out right now. Purple Shirt's splitting, saying, I'm getting the hell out of here. And they actually need to back up more or less right now because the red Uber was popped, no picks, and they're up by 20% after that weird exchange.
Well, that was a good play. Get their Uber out of them on mid instead of bringing it, but pushing back in was not a good idea. As is evidenced by the wipe.
Yes. Purple Shirt does get a pick on the medic, which will slow him down a little bit. You know, the last minute heroic play when it's all going to hell sometimes, you know.
They could rush us to last right now. There's only spots in 3 seconds. Yeah, Tic-Tac's already on last.
4x
I didn't get it. Wow.
Done. That's 2-2. 2-2 on the Badlands.
Yeah, that was, that pushback in off of 2 was not advisable. Never do that if you're watching at home. But we got another mid, so we're coming on out here. I kind of want to watch a scout. How do you feel about that, Buick?
Yeah, I like it. We'll see some scout play here.
So I am looking at Corsa. He is standing on the point. Soldiers attempt to jump, and they are warned that you cannot do that when Corsa is in the zone. But it looks like Cafe is dying out there, slowly going the way of the dodo. Scout v Scout in the house. Now 2 scouts show up. They ruin an honorable gentlemanly duel. Tic-Tac snatches the kill.
Yeah. They did, once again, they're winning mid. They're doing decent in exchanges. They are losing their med. I didn't see who killed Kiggs there. I imagine it's Purple Shirt. He's kind of been in his face most of the game. But, you know, is that enough? Crits Krieg pushing into last from Red. Fascinating indeed.
Well, they're going to pull out the stop here, try and get yourself going in the lead, going to halftime. So, however, I don't know if I would do this because they have shown several times that they will go engineer. And the bane of the Kritzkrieg is the uncritable 7th player.
I think I'd like to hear their comms right now, though. Their Kritzkrieg's almost full when they know they have a small window. Let's see how they move in.
Nice.
All right.
Well, apparently we got problems with the bot. So that was a good Kritzkrieg. It worked. Well played.
We did hear a little nice at the end there. Somebody was pleased with that.
I heard the space bar being banged on, and nice.
Yeah, that's that kind of thing where you know you're so confident in your team. You don't need to calm. You crits your demo. He's getting picks, and at the end, nothing but a nice.
That's how I wish. So when I go Kritzkrieg, that's how I imagine it goes in my mind. Like that's what I picture.
Get a few picks, and somebody's there to give me the pat on the back at the end. That's the life.
Yeah, clearly that was not expected because scattering to the back end of the map is not the best strat.
No, my friend, not indeed. So, oh, Nice little okay. I'm not even realizing. We are in halftime. We need to focus on that for a moment now. So, halftime after that, up 3-2. Hate being sober. Showing they're here to game. Gamers gonna game. What do you got to say?
It's really great for Hate being sober. They just need to make sure they carry this momentum in the second half, because as we saw in process, they came out really strong in that very first round, and then they lost 3 straight. And that similar things happened in the second half as well. But up 3-2 with the nice crits play. Right now, Tic Tac is doing very well as far as cleanup goes. I also noticed this on process, but they have not been watching out for Tic Tac at all. But unfortunately, we don't get enough time to pontificate because we have to go live at the second half.
Ooh, I like that word.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marcus.
I'm a fan. So here we go. We're going live. We'll have comms for you on this one because we reset some of our doohickeys and widgets. So the mid is happening now. We got Cafe over on red, trying to take their left side as usual. Fast jumping. They're going to catch a med on the ground. King is going to get blasted right at the start of the mid. We have to see Soapy die here. Soapy has to die. All hands. But no, they're not going to get it. Soapy is protected. He's got the demo in the way, saying, don't you come kill my medic. And they are going to bail out. The about 170 health combined. Too much.
Something to note, Corsa did get in. No, he's backing out. I was about to say he did jump in through drop down, and he backed out. I thought he was maybe going to go for a med pick, but it looked like Red knew he was there. So, Red sitting on their Uber. Can they? I mean, they should be able to get a forward holding yard, wouldn't you say? I mean, it's 2x on the point, but surely you can stop this.
They've got Uber. There's no dimension in which you should ever allow this to happen. Yeah, and Corsa actually gives a pretty bad death there because this Uber is coming in hot, and they're going to try and catch your med with it. So they're not going to get that. They backed out wisely, but they are going to get Deska in the sort of boiled out exchange there on the backside, and a back cap is occurring.
Med
the
down.
cap on mid is not happening very quickly.
Wasted tried to hold. There's a back cap. Look at that. They lose. What's going on there? Tic Tac with the huge play. So mid is being capped slowly. In the opposing yard, they're killing the team's medic, but in their own yard, they're getting their 2 capped. It's havoc. It's a havoc festival.
Yeah, and the back capper tries to kill off our demo there, but doesn't happen. So second will be recapped, but that should have been an easy take of mid that was pretty much thwarted by the flank going relatively uncovered there, and also losing Deska. So now we have mid going down. The push-in is occurring, and it doesn't look like Wasted wants to fight this at all.
No, they're kind of chilling in 2. They more or less realize that, it's even Ubers now. I don't expect Red to do any aggressive moves. People aren't really getting buffs, but they're slowly going through behind. We'll see Purple Shirt and Goldfish and their medic are all in flank, and when Farnsworth goes down, you don't care. Scout for Soldier, come on, let's ride it. They're doing the old wraparound. Blue's moving in the mid, and Red's behind you.
Yeah, they end up giving up their demo for that. Again, Deska dies. It was Deska and a Scout holding down Choke, kind of doing the feint maneuver there, and I guess it's okay, because they are going to cap second. We're trying to chase down the med here. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Soldier got to be careful. Yeah, tight spaces. It's hard to fight as a soldier sometimes. Actually, it's easy to fight as a soldier there, but the Scout really surprised him, I suppose.
Yep, caught him off guard a little bit here. So with Blue, there's something on their point. Purple Shirt going in for the big play there. Gets taken out, but you more or less have. He can do that for free. They're not. The other team isn't really going to take advantage of that, I wouldn't think. So, Cafe's hiding 2 players down there in trash. If anybody comes out, look at that. Look at Yomps crouched, hide behind the barrel, and Deska. Look at their positioning right here. They're trying to bait out Blue, then they're going to go on them. I like this. Well, it doesn't work as well as I planned. Jelly Deska goes down, and they may lose their 3rd player. Yomps going for last point here. It's 2x on it. He couldn't get it.
Oh my goodness.
He effing gets it. Holy frick. Holy frack. I don't give an F, man. That's amazing.
Tic Tac was fighting him there. I don't know how he just let him run away, but that's something. Welcome to Badlands.
Sneaky plays.
He baited his demo, allowed him to be killed by a Scout, place directly into the sad zone, and then win the round.
Damn, that was a slick play. You don't see that every day.
Oh, we're gonna lose Deska right at the start of this mid. Rikachu gonna give him some of that sticky pain, and that is the end of a mid. You know right away, when you lose Deska like that, things are gonna be really hard. But they're still trying to fight. Positioning not that great from Cafe.
No,
and
they're kind of split up.
Yeah, they are split off. We've got blue players on either side of them.
Behind him, Tic Tac inside. Tic Tac's literally, he's causing some trouble here. We'll see if he can maybe, I mean, when you know he's there, you can't really do as much as Tic Tac's perspective, but, you know, why not? Why not cause a ruckus? Why not get the demo? Why not get the demo? You know,
I think Tic Tac has gotten like 7 straight, or not 7 straight, but 7 picks on Deska, just 1v1ing him. But as we see this Uber exchange on mid here, Hate Being Sober is going to lose 2 with Tic Tac from behind, so they're going to be falling out of choke right now. And looks like after they're just still trying to push in through choke with both their scouts leading in, and they're just bum rushing. Rikachu is out on an island, and Greg King is actually stuck in house alone, so he's gonna go down, and that's probably gonna be the end of this fight here.
Yeah, both meds are dead though, so no biggie. We'll see a second cap potentially. No, Deska goes down fighting on mid. Tic Tac gonna get Deska and Goldfish, and now he doesn't quite know what he wants to do. He was capping the point a little bit, and then he came back and left and came back.
Behind him. Yomps is sneaking up behind him in shithouse. We'll see. 1 shot, 2 shot. Don't take out our hero. Hero has fallen.
Yeah, the hero has been slain, but they now have the spawn advantage. Yomps and Tic Tac actually on the same timer now because of that. And Uber advantage slightly in the favor rather of Cafe, but I don't think they're gonna maintain it. We'll see. With this somewhat of a spawn advantage, you could try and get aggressive if you're wasted and you really want to win video games, but we'll see. It looks like they're going to keep things fairly calm.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Maybe gonna push the house. They're considering it. They're just getting their buffs and chilling. You know, gonna do, you know, your average. Hey, we're holding Badlands. Hey, it's, you know, hey, we're on 2. Everybody just get your buffs. Please don't die flank. You always have to add that in. You know, just remind your flank occasionally. Please don't die. Please don't die. So everybody coming through, getting their buffs. Really, we're just gonna. I want to see where the big play is gonna come from. I mean, blue, they're kind of obligated, you know, they're obligated to push in. I'd like to see them get aggressive here, getting a few more buffs. Farnsworth getting, you know, are they going to go jump through the stickies? Do you expect somebody to perhaps jump in, maybe force? And here we go. Daggers in deep, does not get an Uber force. Red's going to go on this. Right now they should take their buffs. They need to move in, and I think they're going to.
Yeah, that push is definitely coming. It's all just a question of who dies. Purple shirt already down. So we have a roamer for roamer trade that's really of no consequence, and the counter Uber comes out, and Farnsworth is going to take the life of Soapy. So perfectly played defense there from Wasted. Just back off, let them Uber into you, and then their med got isolated. I guess their team got bunched up in house. I didn't watch that. I watched Soapy's pain and sadness.
I know, yeah, it was not happy. So now they do have a nice Uber advantage here. They got to be cooking up some kind of play. It's going for some kind of pick. Let's Dagger going down, maybe not anymore. We'll see what Dagger comes back up as, probably Soldier. But do you think they're going to push in? Might be time. Yeah, maybe they're going to push in. I don't know.
Yeah, they definitely should get it. Purple shirt and Farnsworth going to trade out. So, yeah, not huge, but. That is going to see blue back up, and when you're into these sort of weird situations where you're playing Ring Around the Rosie with the top door,
yep,
it's difficult to tell what's happening. The entry gun is going to cause a lot of problems right now. There it goes. So, but the problem is Soapy has Uber, so this should be 100% okay, Buick.
I think so. There shouldn't be any problem as long as throw your stickies on the point, you know, just breathe a little bit and maybe go out and try to cap 2. They're going to. I kind of want to hear their comms as they're trying to cap 2. Let's check out Cafe's comms.
Yeah, we use.
I'm gonna get on cap.
Yeah, get on it.
Med's fuck, dude.
Somebody at last?
Soldier. I'm there.
Soldier, stop me.
Oh, still dropped down.
There has to be.
He's going last. You
We
guys
stack. We can't.
Oh.
Oh, there were 2 scouts that went last. Okay. Yep.
So that was a back cap.
That's the heartbreak. That's what it sounds like to get back capped by 2 scouts, I guess. You know, just a little bit. Oh, that sucks. You know.
Yeah, that's one of those things you hope that everything just goes right on its own, that you've done it enough times. But we are back on mid.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. So Desk is throwing on some nice damage. Oh, you see, the cannonball! Put some nice damage out, throwing out cannonballs. Everybody on blue kind of got stuck right down there. Their med's not down yet. Scout on the red med. They need to kill him now. Beautiful pistol by Tic Tac. There's a medic pick, and it's kind of just going to come down to DM here. They need to focus target. Yomps completely shoots Farnsworth out of the air, and just like that, 3 on the point, 1 moving up. Cap 2 moving on to potentially inside. They may be able to get forward hold out of this if they cap quick.
Yeah, and that's just a demonstration of a pretty central principle of mid fights, where even if it looks like you're losing, you know, your med's dead, they had another player dead on top of that, and one that was at like 6 health. But they gathered together, did Cafe, and they attacked King. Killed him, killed all the players around him because they were backed up wanting to get heals. And then they win mid and get second. And then Yomps gets to go play Spy for a little bit.
Soapy's also on Kritzkrieg.
I was about to say.
Interesting play.
So it's like it's 1992, the Spy Kritzkrieg play, you know. It's like it's 1987. I don't even know what it is anymore. I love this play.
Yeah, gonna have an Uber come out on second. You know my opinion about that, which is it causes you to lose rounds. So... we'll see, but with the crits out here, it's going to be different.
On the point.
Yeah, there
Done.
it goes. Back cap City.
How many is that? Like 3 to 4 back caps this map?
If you pop Uber on second to get out of second so as to cap second and fight the other team both, you will be back capped.
You called it, and we saw it. You know, it's going to happen. It's going to happen almost every time. Like, you don't have to pop over there. On to the next middle we go, though. So we're checking on Yomps for a second there. He's going to get his buff. Gets 1, 2, 3 really nice shots on the dagger. Dagger's down. Comes back for his buff and says, Farnsworth, you're mine, big dog. He gets him again down. Jelly Lips helps him out right there. So 4x on the point, looking really hot for red right now.
Yeah, Rikachu actually hanging around here. So is Corsa. They're both going to go down. Kig had to bail. And I don't really know where he has gone, but he is out of here. Trying to find his team. These are always the worst times as medic because you want to hold this. They're going to try and spam it up a little bit. Oh, troublesome Rikachu going to get Yomps, so that will put a little wrench in the works.
So we're sitting on Kritzkrieg, 100% on reds. You kind of want to check out Cafe's comms one more time with this crits? I'm feeling like we should.
Dude, they're coming in.
I'm dead.
Floater double dog.
They popped. Just get out and save the crits.
Oh wait,
sorry,
dead.
Can I do it?
Well,
I don't know what "Can I Do It" is a reference to, but we have a scout on last. That's what it was. Yomps trying to go for the back cap again, but that doesn't tend to work when they wipe out your team so convincingly. So there you go. You have got it. There's a scout running around on last still in upper lobby, and that's going to cause a lot of problems out here. Oh, we're going to lose Kig. That's
no
a tragedy.
That is a tragedy indeed. So maybe some stickies going on. He's still running Kritzkrieg. This is a very interesting... Now, I know he dropped it last time around, but like, do you think the opposition team knows he's on Kritzkrieg still? I mean, you kind of have to. So hopefully somebody's getting close enough to see the beam.
Yeah, so... that's a potential thing, but they also have used crits before, so I'm fine with the dropping of the crits that was done earlier. It didn't turn out so well, but we're getting close. So you want to throw it to Cafe?
Yeah, let's do it.
Soldier bomb right. Soldier bomb right.
Okay, what the fuck, dude?
Fox me. Dead.
Oh, he's above point. He's above point. He's above
Missed
point.
him. I'm done.
Well, that's not exactly how crits is supposed to work in your head, but I think from hearing the comms there, it seems like our demo friend, Deska, did not expect to have the crits pop just at that very moment.
Now, something that happened was Corsa did chase the red medic out, chase Soapy out, did get the frag on him. I would be hard pressed to think Soapy would come back on crits still after that. So we'll see what.
I was about
There's
to-
the metagun.
Yeah, I was about to comment on that actually. He was the only one alive after they failed pushed, so I was thinking that if he was still alive, staying on crits would just hurt them even more. Now that he's dead and has a chance to switch to Uber, this might actually be better, because they're even Ubers now.
Mm-hmm. Like, they've kind of biffed on the crits, so hopefully Uber can get there this time.
Well, unfortunately, Cafe decides that it's just not worth it to hold mid. It's overrated, and they just leave. So I don't know really what that's all about, because that generally the other team has to come through a tiny doorway, and they're very easy to shoot at when they do that. So a little disappointed in that, but now they decided they like second better.
Yeah. So Waste is just going to get their buffs here. I don't think they're going to move in the flank or anything like that. They're going to move in. They have a very slight advantage. Oh man, if Dagger can get in right now, that would. They're thinking about it. Oh goodness, I don't know. They're scared. They're backing out. I really thought they were going to take advantage of that little Uber advantage.
Well, I mean, if there's time, that would be. You may as well break that kind of thing out in the championship, but we should just see your stock suicide. It's coming now. Soldier doesn't really get that much damage. Team tries to help him out. Dagger gonna die to the cannonball. You gotta back up here. If you're kicked, he's gonna get caught and forced. He panicked there. The Ubers come out together. Tic Tac gonna die here. The blue hold of second is dissolving. They're gonna have to pull out. Yeah, we may lose it. Yeah, Rikachu gonna go down as well. So that's a disaster hold. You've got to pull out. You got to go to bats.
Can they even hold it? No, they're gonna have to back up the last here. Yeah, they're already doing it. Oh no. We'll see if they could perhaps spam somebody. The first person. We'll see if they send a scout to jump or something like now. Like we're sitting here. You're on 50% Uber. You're about to potentially win IM going in. I kind of think we just have to throw it to them just for the sake of it. Go.
I'm in.
Scout me.
I'm in top left.
Top right.
Soldier top left at 70. I need help with Soldier.
I'm in.
No one's with you, dude.
Soldier's right there.
He's above point.
Let's go. They popped.
They popped.
Back up.
I'm out,
I'm stuck behind
top
them.
left.
They know. They're coming for me right now.
Stay with me, main.
Scouts just
You have to get
way
that
ahead.
demo.
Nice.
Where?
He's like above
Demo's up top.
point.
Demo's up
They're
top.
two up.
Nice.
GG. Woo!
GG.
Well, there you have it. So that was Cafe Monster taking the second round or second game, and that will be the end. So unfortunately, no Viaduct, but we did get two pretty solid games out of this. So I am pleased.
I've got no complaints with these results. Like they played well, pulled it together, and I mean, you heard the collective nice at the end. It's what can you say? It's got to feel pretty damn nice. I am champions, my friends.
Yep, so hopefully we'll be seeing Cafe in Invite next season. But regardless of what they decide to do with their lives several weeks from now, they do get to think about a night out on the town. Plus, I guess, 'cause you get a lot of money out of IM, all things
bad.
considered.
You know, what can you do? 5-4. Like, you know, I expected some good games, but that, you know, pretty damn good. 2 5-4 matches. So, like, can we like look potentially like who was the big carry that game? Final match. This is Badlands. We're looking at it. Like, it's hard not to say Goldfish played really, really, really well. But then you look at something like their scouts. We're looking at like 6 yomps, 6 med picks. So all around, fantastic on everybody's end. That is not a bad, you know, I would love to see them in Invite next season. So, I don't know. No complaints with these results. Nice way to end IM.
Yeah, I am always a pleaser, even when the seasons are kind of lopsided. So we should have some characters coming in here for interviews shortly, I'm being told. So that's why I was kind of distracted there for a second. So we shall see. I imagine we'll have Cafe Monster folks coming on up.
So.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Hello?
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hey. You just won IM. How does that feel? Just how does it feel?
Feels great.
Like average.
It's your boy Michi.
Another Tuesday. Really.
Just another Tuesday?
Yeah.
Fuck, that was the easiest fucking season I've ever played.
Yeah?
Oh my god.
Oh, well, I mean, we saw you not caring much. You were just slaying people left and right, Goldfish. So that had to feel good.
Felt really good.
Who was your favorite to kill? Who was your favorite to kill on the other team? I mean, you had to like it a little more when you killed this said person. Who do you think it was?
I don't know. They're all bots to me. I was just kind of shooting.
No, they're all bots. Okay.
I literally didn't pay attention to the names.
Were you guys expecting 2-5-4s? Like, it was pretty damn good. Given that, they're pretty damn good games.
It was all for show, really.
I think we were underestimating them.
I was subconsciously wanting a closer game, so I think that's why it was so close.
Oh my god.
Like, I didn't want to disappoint 500 people and
why
waste
don't
their
you
time.
tell them about your dream, Purple or Goldfish?
Oh, I had a dream last night, actually. I was playing Viaduct in the grand finals, and I was just airshotting like everything. I had like 3 air shots, and we ended up like owning them. But it looks like my dream didn't come true.
No, but the results were the same. It still manifested it in that way. You still are the victor. You got to air shot and just destroy people on other maps. Not bad.
I wish I could have got a few more, but it's whatever. They're too scared to bomb into me, I guess.
So, I mean, was there any point where you guys ever thinking like, hey, if this goes to Viaduct, we'll get it, we got it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We have the
We were super
secret
confident
weapon
on that map.
Nice.
We were considering throwing just to be able to play it.
Just for the
only
stats.
Goldfish was.
Goldfish like, do you guys want to throw Badlands so we play Viaduct? Everyone else is like, no. Shut up, please.
Tell me about the crits. I want to know about that. There was a lot of it, alright? Like, what was that?
You forgot
Sophie, go crits. No, I'm confident.
Okay, we have some severe miscommunication whenever he goes crits. I was shooting to get the stickies off point so Purple could bomb, and Soapy took that as I should crits him. It was just a disaster.
How dare I?
Speaking of miscommunication, on process, did you guys know that when Hate Being Sober was pushing one of your second point, Rikachu walked out of spawn accidentally as sniper and had to walk all the way back to their last spawn in order to switch
yeah,
off?
we knew, totally.
I mean, yeah, we knew about that.
We counted that as part of our game plan.
Excellent.
Impeccable planning, nice.
We just sensed his lack of presence.
We knew that they had nerves. They were gonna screw up.
Yo, I did notice a lot of mid fights, and especially on process. What we've never seen, it was like, I think Terry said it was like a 27-minute 5-4. Like, you usually don't, like, that's not average process stuff. It was just coming down to middle fights, and like, I don't know. Seriously, was there any stress past the middle fight, or?
Not really. Our transitions are really solid.
Both the teams were just committing really hard on mids, so it was just like win mid and win or lose or whatever.
Honestly, I think mids are the only reason they got rounds on both maps.
Oh my god.
Just want to let everybody know, Goldfish is not our PR rep.
Well, what? I mean, to be fair, that is actually a true statement. Like, I know. When you wipe out at mid, you're going to lose the round unless the other team is really bad.
They wipe. You guys fragged them. You fragged what you need to frag, and then you
That's
cap
what
what you
I'm
need
saying,
to cap.
Marxist. I'm glad someone agrees with me for once.
Dude, you don't need people to agree with you. You're an I am champion.
You are
That's
a champion.
right.
Your opinion matters.
That's right.
Yo, so what's next? What's next? You're I am champion. What comes next, boys?
I really would like to express my feelings through song. You guys are okay with that?
Please.
Yeah.
Oh,
please.
yes.
Alright, let me go grab my guitar. Oh, that's not that's my car keys. Oh, hold on.
Please get it.
Oh, it sounds really good.
It's been coming for some time.
love it.
Can you like stop this?
Wait, hold on. Here it is. Here it is.
There we go. Every team has to have a DJ, so
Wanna know?
it's good to know that you guys are legit.
Ever seen rain?
Oh my god.
Chopped and
Beautiful.
screwed. I love it.
Beautiful.
Thank you. So,
Yeah, sorry,
after we've
about
seen
that.
the rain, after you ask us and we give our answer, we have not seen the rain. Seriously though, well, what's after IM? What are you thinking? Are you excited at the prospect the next season, or
hasn't been discussed?
Hasn't been discussed. All right. We'll potentially at least see some of you playing, at a high level of TF2 next season.
Sure.
I want to play.
Probably, yeah.
No,
I
I
want to
would.
play more TF2. That's all I'll say.
All right, can't ask for anything more.
All right.
No, you can't.
So we'll.
Can I do shoutouts?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
we'll do that, baby.
just you.
Oh,
just
boy.
you hold on, sir. All right. So unless we got any other questions to ask these fine gentlemen, we will throw it on over to the shout out period. Okay.
Go first.
So that's shout out period. Off you guys go.
All right, shout out
See
to my
ya.
girlfriend Jessie. I dedicate this winning of IM to you. Shout out to my sponsor Stone for officially sponsoring and paying my fees. Shout out to all my haters, my motivators. Shout out to all my loyal fans. Shout out to Sir David, Slyn, Hooley, Devin, Zigster. Shout out to Blaze from Blaze Pugs.
Shout out to
to
my
Psychedelic for
bae,
being cool.
Kyle Shin. Just
Yeah,
like,
that's
I'd like to
enough.
get that
Yes.
in there. Shout out to Theodore Zhang. Shout out to Tom.
Wait,
shout
shout
out
out-
to Joshua.
Goldfish.
Shout out to Tonight's Entertainment, the team I used to coach, following in their footsteps of winning IM.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I want everyone to know I coached that team, and that's why they
You're so
won.
good, Goldfish. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Can you teach me?
Actually, yeah.
Nice.
Alright, dude. Let's hop on the server real fast.
Shout out
Alright.
wise, I know some of you got a few more shout outs. Who's got them? What are you thinking?
Shout out to Chunky. Shout out to Rave.
Please.
Shout out to Kickbarian.
Shout outs to Kick.
Shout out to fucking Dick Fam.
Fam.
That's his name. It's Richard Fam.
Oh, word. Okay.
Shout out to Connor James. Yeah, that's it.
So some boring shout outs. Shout out to the Grime. Shout out to Tinta Blue. Shout out to the Delpo. Shout out to my mom. Sorry, I got thirsty and nervous.
Okay. Thank you for that, my friend.
All right. Anybody else? No. So we're good here. All right. So I hope you enjoyed our IM finals here. I hope you will join us probably for our next cast. We may have some open finals yet before LAN, which comes down, I believe, in 2 weekends from now. So you'll probably be seeing some of us there again shortly. But till then, this has been Marxist, Buick, Terry, Dashner on the production, and Truck holding down the cam for Team Fortress TV.